Okay, here is part 3B of my testimony. As I left off part A, I went to that Wednesday meeting, and it came to the point where the pastor said, "Does anybody have a testimony?" And I reluctantly put my hand up, and I was such a basket case I couldn't even stand. I sat where I was, I gave it, and I sobbed through the whole thing. And that was the first time that I really felt a movement in my walk with God. I really stepped out of my comfort zone, and through a series of situations, I don't want to get into at this point, we left that church and we went to Faith Community Fellowship. That's our church. We've been there for, 12, 15 years. And I didn't mention before, but in my new church, I'm frequently known as the Exit Sign Christian, because the old church, I sat under the exit sign in the back row on the end for 6, 7 years. And that's all I did. I just sat there and went to church every Sunday. But in this new church, I joined a men's group, reluctantly again, and through a process of encouragement by others, I was brought into a situation where I led my first Bible study, which was so far out of my zone. It was amazing, but it was encouragement. They kept encouraging me that, with the Lord, anything's possible. And I went through that, and I teach Sunday school now. I still will not call myself a teacher, because I am not. I'm a facilitator. I can open the book, the Bible, read it, and facilitate a conversation. And I have many books. Sad thing is, I can't remember any of them. Bits and pieces, but the most important book is the Bible, and I still struggle remembering that. Some of the simple things I just can't remember. But that's part of who I am. My drug addiction kind of wiped out my memory. I don't have one. And I have a channel on Google Plus called Christian Comfort Zone. I'll put the link to it in the description box. And it's about getting out of your comfort zone as a Christian. Every level of my growth as a Christian has came not with joy, but with much trembling. As Paul said when he went and spoke to a group of people, he came with much trembling, and he didn't feel like he was educated. And the Lord doesn't ask you how many degrees you have to serve Him. Not a requirement. It's nice to have that knowledge, though. And every time I reached a level, I thought, okay, I'm good to go now, something else would come up. And as I posted here a couple weeks ago, my first sermon, the pastor came to me and said, "Would you give a sermon?" And that was pretty strange and pretty scary, but I did it. And I just want to encourage people who are new Christians, or maybe you're not even a Christian, you're just surveying the the atmosphere, the venue, the process of becoming a Christian. What's involved? Well, there's testimonies here. You can listen to them. That's one of the great encouragements, I believe, for all of us is a person's testimony. And it's really, my phone just went off for some reason. I think I got a message. But I would just hope that you must make an effort as a Christian. The Lord has called you. You answered the call, but you must seek. There's so many words in the Bible that are things that we must do. Knock, and the door will be open. Seek, and you will find. Many, many words of God calling us to take some action, some form of action. And going to church on Sunday is a wonderful thing, but there's so much more. 1 Peter, I think it's 3:15. It's kind of the verse that goes along with apologetics. Be able to give a defense, a reason for your faith. It may be just a testimony. You don't have to be an apologist. And there's many things to go in this Christian growth. And a lot of times I refer to myself as a new Christian, but now that I think it's been 23 years, I think, I'm not a new Christian. I feel like it though. There's always growth. You're always growing. You're never going to reach the pinnacle of being a Christian, which you should be, till you're in glory land. But take the time, study the Bible, get in a group, get in a church. You can have church on YouTube, on the internet, but you can't rub elbows with people on the internet. You must get in that fellowship of a group. Something happens when you're in there eyeball to eyeball and you're shaking people's hands, and it's just an atmosphere you should not forsake. And I'm not going to give a Bible study on it, but there's, I think, William Tyndale and Mere Christian Logic have talked about this, and, talk to the Lord about it. And, well, I'm going to end this here, but my life as a Christian has been one journey after another. Always something new. Always a new commitment. Don't fall. We're going to fall. We are going to fall. Mark my word. But the important point is get back up. Keep going towards the cross. You may have questions. You may have misunderstandings. There may be things in the Bible you don't agree with or don't understand. Seek. Keep seeking. Okay, that's the end of this, and I hope you'll leave your testimony and help other people share and learn what Christ has done for you. Thank you.